Hello, Mind Healers. Today it's Sharon here. It's a joyous, beautiful day full of sun. Feel that energy coming from the sunshine and filling your bones, limbs, and energy of the mind. We have such a better thought process when we have beautiful days like this because we thrive in the sunshine, which is why you pretty much feel a bit dismal when it's winter, because we are made for the outdoors and we are made in our human and spiritual existence to be able to roam outside and be with the sun and watch the sun come in and out of our lives and give us a beautiful glow and a beautiful aura, and to share that energy and use that energy effectively in our daily activities. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about something. I've just done some meditation and I've had a bit of a download. So I wanted to share with you what came to me when I was meditating about what I was going to be talking about today. And I'm started to really centralize my meditation around silence, so I can listen. And I've had some direction in this. I went and visited a psychic yesterday and was talking to her about where I'm at in my life and where I'm going and what I want to do to help and assist others. And that was one of the things that she's recommended to me, was to meditate in silence and listen to messages coming to me, which I've done today. Today's message is to free your mind, because there are lots and lots of information that we are pretty much in a hypnotic state, fed on a day-to-day basis. I'm going to take these off because I think there's a bit of reflection going on. So on a day-to-day basis, we watch things continually and see the same thing effectively over and over and over again. And that's a bit like brainwashing, or it's a bit like hypnosis as well. So it's a really good time to actually turn off the TV right now and really look at what's around you and what's happening around you and what the real deal is, pretty much to speak. So we're going to talk about freeing the mind. Why freeing the mind? Because most people's minds aren't free. And we do see a lot of that in this day and age at the moment. So what am I going to share with you about freeing your mind? Well, first of all, we have the freedom to make our own decisions, and it needs to be based on just you, not what other people are thinking or what other people are doing, because that's the one choice that we do have. Yes or no? Do we want to go to the beach today? Yes or no? Do we want to have to do some of the things that are after us? Yes or no? We have the choice. That is our freedom, and it always has been and always will be, being the wonderful beings that we are. So the freedom of decision making and the freedom of choice, we need to really lock that into our subconscious and conscious selves, that is one of the main things that we do have. The other thing is we have the freedom of vision. Do you think that means looking outside? No, the freedom of vision, what I mean by that is the freedom to be able to visualize the world how you want it to be, not how it seems to be. What does that mean? Well, for me, that means that I'm envisioning a world where I'm free to travel. I am free to walk and do as I please, as I always have done, because to me, your visualization of the world you want is the world that you will turn into. Visualizing yourself that you want for nothing and that you have everything that you need, and visualizing that is really important. So if you are meditating, visualize what you want the future to be, and what you want our planet Earth to be, and you will soon realize that the more of us that are thinking in this positive way and putting that energy into visualizing what we want our future to be, then it will happen. And believe me, it will happen and is happening. There are many, many of us who are working in that way as light workers. The other thing is freedom of the future. See yourself free. as a spiritual entity and as a human being having that experience on the earth. See yourself roaming, learning, loving, caring, sharing, and experiencing this wonderful world that you want to be in, and what you want to achieve in it, and what you want to share with others, because that's why we're here. We're here to teach, we're here to learn, and we are here to experience from others as well as ourselves. The other thing is to have a freedom of speech. We are allowed to speak as much as we like, and that's because we have attitudes, experience, and feelings about different subjects. And this is also how we learn and evolve as human beings, and also can learn from others. It's not about being right or wrong, it's about experiencing and seeing what experience are going to be positive outcome for you, and which ones maybe you're not going to agree with, but it's okay to take that information on board. The next one is the freedom to travel. We definitely deserve and should be able to travel the world as much as we like and experience other countries and cultures, because we can learn a lot from those people and those countries about not only our history, but lifestyle, economies, art, everything that's so interesting about people, as well as their thought process and what they are and where they are and how long they've been here. The other thing that we are learning is the freedom to barter. Now, this is something that our ancestors used to do a very long time ago, was to barter. You know, I've got some hens with some eggs. What do you have? You've got some bok choy from your garden and some lettuce, etc. Let's exchange. You know, it wasn't really a monetary thing. It was really about bartering with what you could create with the skills that you had. So if you're thinking about having the freedom of bartering, then that may be a futuristic thing, that we're moving into a new world, and a world where, depending on what skill set you have, you'll be able to barter for things that you want, either food or money or objects, or maybe a beautician treatment, or maybe a spa treatment, or you may want to exchange it for a footy. Whatever. Bartering is an age-old way of trade, so that may be something that's could be coming back in the future. Also, the freedom to be able to grow your own horticultural veggies and anything like that. This is also an ancestral trait that we have forgotten, that we have done over the ages, and that we do definitely have the ability to have our own gardens, grow our own veggies, and be able to share those with others, because that gives you the opportunity to give back to people that you love and care about, and give back to humanity. Also, the freedom of our community. There is a lack of community out there, and in the future, you know, community needs to be something that's coming together. People working together, not working against each other, because together in unification we can achieve just about anything that we want to be able to achieve. So the freedom to have community, and the freedom to come together and speak and love and care about each other and help each other through troubled times, rather than pulling away, which seems to be something that's been going on for a little while now in society. We need to move back into that freedom of community, trust, honesty, and goodwill. The freedom to make our own health choices as to whether you want to have natural medicine or not. This is also something that I'm thinking and visualizing in the future, that people who want to go into a more of a natural sense of therapy and medicines, that's okay too. People who don't, well, that's their choice. But to have freedom to work from the natural medicines of the earth, you know, we do, and we are aware of lots of things, vegetables, fruits, that work very well for us. And also there's some very natural medicines that are out there that can work and have been around for over 40 years, that can help us with many, many illnesses that we can have. And the freedom to be able to have the own treatment of your body in a choice. That what you put into your body is your choice, and it is your freedom, because it's nobody else's body except for yours. So we need to be able to visualize ourselves having that freedom of choice to do what we want with our bodies, because nobody else has the right to coerce, tell us what is right or wrong, because that is where our intuition comes into it. And that's when your body's screaming at you and saying, oh, no, I don't think maybe, I don't want to put that in there, or I don't want this, or I don't want that, foreign matters, you know, even to the point where it can make some people feel very ill, that they may have to put something into their bodies that isn't natural, that doesn't fit into our natural cells, our natural DNA. So that's something to think about. Moving forward is about the treatment and the natural treatments of our body, and that it should be allowed to be our choice, and always should be, and always pretty much has been to date, and up until to date. So that's what I wanted to share with you today, everybody, and I hope this information helps you to move forward in your meditation and visualization. You know, you can always do a vision board, and you can always put all these things on a vision board and read them daily, because that cements it into our subconscious as well, and really visualize a world free, and a world where you're able to use your good judgment, because you all do have good judgment, to be able to make the right decisions. Not everybody has the right ideas